Hello PUBG friends, and welcome to another episode of PUBG Pull-Ups. Normally on PUBG Pull-Ups, we break down a play or two and deep dive into all the action and movements of every single one of the teams. But this week, we're going to try to lean into the S in PUBG Pull-Ups and give you a breakdown on an unexpected rivalry in week number 2 in the bottom 16. Week 2 bottom 16 is ridiculously important. It is the last chance these teams have to qualify for the weekly survivals. The order that they come in the bottom 16 denotes the order that they'll be able to play in the last weekly survivals before week 3 grand final. With all of this going on, there were two teams that did not want to let this opportunity slip through their fingers. FaZe came into PGC as a team a lot of fans had expectations for. Ranked Decision didn't go too bad for FaZe, coming in 10th place as one of the first groups that's going to be vying for that chicken dinner. Weekly Survival, though, was a different story. Not a single chicken dinner to be had so far, meaning Week 3 was their only chance to make any points for the Grand Final as they had missed all the weekly finals before this. They needed to come out the gate swinging. 17Gaming, on the other hand, had a 4th place finish at PCS 5 Asia and qualified one spot above FaZe in the first Ranked Decision in 9th place. Little did we know how 9th and 10th place in Ranked Decision would be a start to a points tug of war and a chance for Week 3 that we would all remember. Game 1 went pretty well for FaZe, getting 2nd and 10 kills, but 17Gaming had a little bit of a slower start, with 5th and 5 kills together. Now Game 2 hits, and this is where FaZe comes online. FaZe lost 2 members early, but Gustav and Atzi seemed out to punish the rest of the lobby for that transgression. The duo of Atzi and Gustav put up a ton of work, netting a total of 2nd place and 18 kills for FaZe, not getting the chicken dinner, but instead, it was 17 on the other side of it to get the last kill on a very battered FaZe member. This was an inadvertent start to a charge up the leaderboard by 17 and FaZe, both teams ripping apart the lobby in a duel for that number 1 spot. Game number 3, 17 got a chicken dinner and 11 kills, while FaZe went out 16th with only 2 kills. Game 4, 17Gaming went out in 3rd with 7 kills, to FaZe's 5 with 14 kills altogether. Game 5 had FaZe getting 1st place, finally netting a chicken dinner that had been elusive for all of PGC, and 8 kills to boot, but it's going to be 17Gaming that went out in 14th place with 0 kills. With that win and 17 going out so early, FaZe had a solid lead and it finally looked like the leaderboard had been cemented and FaZe was going to get that number 1 spot. 17Gaming, though, had an entirely different plan. That plan was a rampage across all of Erangel. Over a third of the lobby had fallen to 17Gaming with 22 kills altogether, who chased down any fight or pounced any form of movement around them. It was an absolute massacre every single step of the way. At this point, it felt like 17Gaming was unstoppable. But it's going to be Kaishin that came up with a god-tier spray that nobody expected. 17Gaming crest the hillside, each one of their 3 heads appearing perfectly for Kaishin's last member to take on the Goliath in front of them and have his David moment.
17Gaming gets the top spot. It's just absurd how much they have actually been able to dumpster everyone.
My advice to you, go watch this week. All of it if you can. I didn't even get a chance to talk about hitting a tree with your car when you're low on life, using Molotovs on teammates, climbing telephone poles, or the tale of Team Liquid Ibiza and GNL Corn. While I wanted to tackle it all, especially that telephone pole bit, this was just one of the most competitive moments I've seen in PUBG history. These two teams were going back and forth, battling it out so they could each have at least 1 extra spot and 1 extra chance for that chicken dinner and make it into the Week 3 finals. And this story isn't over. We still have a full week of action. Week 3 has yet to complete, and let's not forget, we've got the grand finals after that. So everyone buckle up. I have no idea what the next play that we're going to be pulling up onto is, but be sure to tell me what you saw in this week in the comments below and who you're rooting for. Till then, I'll see you on the next episode of PUBG Pull-Ups.